What's up, guys? We're back with another watch along. We have Crystal Palace taking on Man City at Selhurst Park. Man City have made 4 changes today. Let's see what happens. A lot of changes have been made. Foden has been rested. Shall go into the lineup shortly. Can Crystal Palace upset them? We will find out. Sorry if I may depress you. What went wrong against Chelsea? Nothing. We just capitulated. We didn't do basics right. We didn't mark the corners. We didn't mark players outside the box. I was on Ankit's channel. I told him Varan Bissaka should have marked Cole Palmer at left back. We conceded 3 goals out of 4 from the left side. I knew Cole Palmer was going to be tricky. I said it as much on Ankit's channel. I told him you can't rely on anyone on the bench, which he disagreed with me. And there are literally threads of Rashford just walking around when he came on with 20 minutes left of the game. Simple basics, dude, that you learn in school, really. Nothing special. If you don't do basics right, it doesn't matter. Basics are important in any fundamental sport. No, sorry, basics and fundamentals are the same. Are required in any sport, man. It's nothing changes. Lack of basics, and we're off. I shall read the lineup shortly, but that was the difference in the end. We went from 3-2 to 4-3. Our play of the season is under a lot of attack. Did Chelsea midfield bully Man United? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. I didn't think so. I thought Casemiro didn't have a good game though, for sure. I wouldn't say bully, no. Maybe outwork to a certain extent. We even had more possession at the end of the game, so or towards the end of the game at least. I don't maybe it changed towards the end, but till about till about the penalty, I believe we were 50-48. We even had more of the ball, so it's just basics. That's it. We're playing our bogey team today. Yeah, it'll be an interesting game. Interesting game. Foden rested. We'll do the lineup, in fact. Let's do the lineup quickly. Crystal Palace, the home team is Henderson in goal, Ward, Lerma, and Joachim Anderson. Tyrick Mitchell, Daniel Munoz, Will Hughes and Adam Wharton in the midfield, and Ayu Eze and Mateta up front. For Man City, we have Ortega in goal, Diaz, Stones, Guardiola, Rico Lewis in the defense, Grealish, Rodri, De Bruyne, Alvarez, Bob in the midfield, and Erling Haaland up front. 4 changes were made for Man City. If I'm not mistaken. 4, I believe, yeah. Straight away with the corner here, City. Oof. It was a close one there. Alvarez goes wide. De Bruyne again with a cross. Headed back out again. Cleared out a little bit better this time. All the way back to Edison. Lots of work has to be done summer, I guess. What's your priority targets this summer? We got to sort out the left back situation. We're going to sell Alvaro Fernandez and keep Luke Shaw and Malacia, who are basically going to miss the entire season together. We're going to need a new left back. We need two centre backs for sure. We need another six. We definitely need another six because it seems like Casemiro also is finding it hard at the moment, and we need at least a backup striker. So that's what backup striker six, two defenders, left back, at least five players we need. If possible, maybe possibly another winger if we're going to get rid of Greenwood, Sancho, and Palestri. That's three wingers we'll get rid of as well. Oh, mistake here. Mateta. Oh, goal! Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Third minute, Mateta, good finish there. Hit the post and then rolls in. Almost actually rolls back out, but just gets in behind the line. Let's see that again. It was a back pass by. Oh no. Ooh, that was beautiful. Oh, John Stones had to hop out of there. Otherwise, it would have been a red card possibly. Can't really do much there. Loose pass in midfield. Three touches and three passes and Mateta's through. Great composure there. Almost missed, but that was great finishing. Hits the post. Rolls on in. Ooh. Glasner with the celebration. Definitely didn't expect that. My God, they're talking about Glenn Murray. Great win there. Ooh, it is a foul. Never mind. Tolumba, hello, early kickoff. Yeah, dude, I gotta do this one today, Tolumba, because I'm not doing any more after this. I have to skip the Brighton one this week because Arsenal won Brighton. Sorry, the Brighton Arsenal one because WrestleMania is at 4:30 in the morning. So I would really like to sleep if I'm going to watch a 4-hour wrestling show. Plus, the next day is an early kickoff with United at 8 our time. So, yeah, so this is the game for Premier League. We're doing this, we're doing WrestleMania, then we're doing United game, then we're doing WrestleMania again. That's the weekend plan. Actually, thought the second half. What is the score line? 3 minutes, man. 3 minutes. De Bruyne with the cross. Ooh, the header, open header by Guardiola. Goes over. I mean, I don't even know what the left back is doing there. Let's see. Open header. Not even on target. No doubt they are world class players, but long term is also important stuff. Why I feel that signing Casemiro and Varane made this rebuild more complicated? Well, first of all, the Varane one was done under Ole, so he couldn't do anything about that. Casemiro was done because we couldn't get De Jong, and he wanted a change. It's not more complicated. We just need new midfielders, dude. If we're getting rid of players, we need to replace them. I think we are going to get rid of Ericsson as well. I don't think we are extending. Ericsson might go as well. We might get rid of Hannibal Mabry. There's a bunch of players we're getting rid of which we have to simply replace. So I don't know if it's complicated or not. I think the only way it would be complicated is due to price. Oh, here we go. 4-2. Oh my God, what was that? Hospital pass. Oh, that was terrible. Who did that? Who did that? All that work there, 4-on-2. Why did he try flicking it on the outside of his foot, man? I don't know these people. 2024 and they can't be even remotely two-footed, man. It's amazing. Hello, I'm under the water. Why? Why? What do you mean you're under the water? Oh, too much raining. Oh, okay. They will bounce back city. Probably, hey Jayesh. Long term is also very important. No, but see, Varan. What has it been now? Is this Varan's third year here already? Probably, yeah. Third year, I guess. 30, both are 31. I don't know, man. I don't know. Casemiro had a fantastic season last year, and Varan. I don't know how they just dropped off like this, but injuries have not helped. I agree you need mids, but what I felt United should have done basis on long term. But it's also what's available, right? If we got De Jong, it would have been long term because what was he, 26? De Jong would have been long term, but couldn't get him. And we were waiting so long that the Casemiro thing was just an opportunity. I don't think anyone expected it, which made it actually more sweeter. But fortunately, at the moment, it's not working out again. But you never know, man. You never know. We have been riddled with injuries. There's still about almost 2 months of football to play, and we've already accumulated 60 injuries. So, so I don't know. Should get long term, but it also depends on the quality, right? If we get too many young players, we have a Chelsea scenario. Alvarez, ooh, oh, great clearance there by Joel Ward. Choose one. Which one's more iconic? Byzantine or Portuguese Empire? Probably the Byzantine Empire, dude. Don't necessarily think the Portuguese Empire was the biggest anyway. Didn't get the joke. Man is too old. Like from giving world class performance to being in talks for them to be replaced just say, well, Casemiro will be 2 years now, and Varane will be three. In fairness, Varane wants to stay, but is he willing to take a lower wage cut? So that is one issue. Casemiro is getting offers from Saudi, so I don't know. It depends on him as well. But there's a bunch of players we've got to. There's a bunch of players apart from them that we have to get rid of as well to open up some money, man. So let's see what we can do. Ooh, another save by Anderson. Great save there by Henderson. De Bruyne with the cross. Cleared again. Gotta keep the ball, man. Oh, foul. What a foul. Wow. Chelsea's approach was not bad, which is getting talented youngster was a Mr. type of youngsters called professional. But it's very difficult to get a bunch of professional youngsters, dude. You go from like £5,000 a week to like £50,000 a week. It's very difficult to stay professional, man. Especially when you're staying in London, it's difficult, man. It's a lot easier said than done. I think there are lots of unprofessional youngsters that play this game. The thing is, goal. What a goal by De Bruyne. Oh my god. Wow. What a goal. What a goal. Man, Henderson's already made like 3 saves. Insane. What a goal. Yep, absolutely. It's a step. Nothing. Nothing could be done there. Man, nothing could be done there no matter what. It just went under the bar and in the corner. Yeah. No, he couldn't do anything about that, man. Couldn't do anything about that. Is that counter that they fumbled going to be a difference maker now? That 4-on-2 opportunity where the pass to lay off Eze was so bad. Could have that been a difference maker here? You'll never know. Yes, it's tough, but it's not impossible. City have scouted some Dude, they have scouted some top professional youngsters, but they all play with a bunch of people that are almost 30 years old. If you look up and down Chelsea's squad, almost all of them are super young players. Really young. Thiago Silva is like the only one that you can call a real elder statesman. Like I was saying this to Ankit. I was like, Raheem Sterling's not a locker room leader. Yes, he has experience. Yes, he's played football at a high level, but he's not a locker room leader. He's no one to look up to or anything like that. He's not going to be the reason your players mature from a young age to a professional, because that's just not the personality he is. So if you see how many players they have bought that are super young, plus the players they already have that are super young, they don't have a lot of, I don't know how to put it. They don't have a lot of people to turn these people into professionals. That's why they're struggling to have professional youngsters. If you look at Man City, about 20% of them are young, and 80% of them are really experienced. Like, if you just look at this lineup itself, right? Ortega is around 30, John Stones is around 30, Ruben Diaz is 27, uh, Rico Lewis is young, Guardiola is young. Then we move up front to Alvarez is young, De Bruyne is 32, Grealish is 28 or 29, Rodri is 28, 29, Haaland is young. They have a lot of experience in their team, and it's a mix of players, man. When you look at Chelsea's team's full of young people. You take out Thiago Silva of the squad, and everyone's really really young. Raheem Sterling is a burden, man. Listen, man, we're just talking about in terms of helping youngsters become professional, dude. I don't want to like slander him and all. Whatever he is, he has achieved things, and you have to give him that credit. Whether you rate him or not, it's like a different story. But he has achieved things for which he should be given his credit for. Uh, but apart from that, I wouldn't rely on him to turn our youngsters into professionals. That's all I would say. Kaka's a leader who can be looked up to. Yeah, no thanks. No thank you. Big ups to Pep. He was winning PL titles with Sterling and Jesus up front. Well, listen, dude. Pep is the one that said, see, people won't remember it now, but Pep was the one who thought that Jesus was going to replace Aguero. And don't spin it, Nitesh. You know it's true. Because when he was starting to get injury riddled, he would be sitting on the bench even though he was fit, and they would play Jesus. And I remember Jesus having a really purple patch, and I was remembering all the pundits even saying Pep has really scouted well because Aguero is going to get injury woes now. He's getting older. He's going to be the replacement. So it you say big ups to him, but he's the one who bought him in the end. Ooh, are you? Oh, and the other thing is, what was the other name? Sterling. He's the one who spent 50 million on Sterling, bro. No one bought these guys. He's the one who bought them, dude. Also, he got him from Liverpool, and arguably he really played good football there. But then again, there were a lot of people to keep Raheem Sterling humble in Chelsea. He's the highest paid player, even though they have Thiago Silva, who's a much better footballer than him. But because he's 40 and he didn't come for 50 million, no one pays attention. You put all that pressure on someone like Sterling, it's different. Hi, Jabba. Rodri's 26. Listen, man, 26 is still old when you're playing next to a 19-year-old kid. Know what I mean? Oh, it's over. So, oh, I don't believe it. Wow. My eyes must be deceiving me. My eyes must be deceiving me. What did I just see? Resta below, and Vicario also used 26. So in total, we have 4-5 experience. Son and Davies is 30s. Oh, what's going on here? It didn't come out as we thought. But listen, dude, he still got the best out of Sterling. Sterling improved his finishing drastically under Pep. Like that, there are plenty of players that everyone has bought that didn't come out as we thought, dude. Example, Mudrik. I'm not going to rely on Mudrik to be a game changer. Everyone goes, he's young, he's young. I'm like, that's cool. I still don't think he's going to be that player. It's just my opinion. Obviously, time will tell. But yeah, I think. Sorry, I think you're talking about Jesus. But this is my point, right? Like everyone is a hit or miss. But I remember everyone making Kun Aguero, kind of like going, oh, he's injured now. He's going to get old. He's going to be transitioned out. I'm like, bro, like put some respect on his name, man. Gabriel Jesus. And now Arsenal are going, oh, we got Jesus. We miss Jesus in our play. I'm like, bro, this is when you know, right? This is when you know that your players aren't good enough. And you're really hyped about a player that has come from a winning team, i.e., Sterling and Jesus. No offense to them. Like I said, they have achieved what they have achieved. A lot of people will never ever get close to what they have achieved in the Premier League. That is a fact. But that doesn't make them the standout player people hype them up to be, dude. That's what I'm trying to say. I remember when Sterling left Liverpool, he was playing a fullback. Let's not forget. People don't remember that. So people don't remember that Raheem Sterling was a fullback. I mean, people might not remember because they watched football after that. But yes, he started out as a fullback at Liverpool, and Pep bought him and converted him to winger. He's never gone back since. The other thing is, the reason I remember the fact that he was a fullback was because his predecessor, or his successor was supposed to be Nathaniel Klein, who currently plays for Crystal Palace, but he was so injury prone. Klopp got rid of him. Excuse me. And we know the rest is history because after Nathaniel Klein, they found Trent Alexander-Arnold as their more long-term placed right back. So that's what I'm saying. As much as you can rate or not rate Sterling, he still achieved somewhat. But there are certain things that he lacks as a personality that I will not rely on. Like I will never ever go, oh, we expected more from Sterling. He's a senior member in the locker room. He is the highest paid player in Chelsea. I'm like, bro, that's all your problem. You If you don't understand personalities, it doesn't make any difference. You could pay him 500 million, he's still not going to become a locker room leader. You could pay him 2 million a week and pay 100 million for him, he's still not going to be a locker room leader. It's like you can't turn people into locker room leaders because you make him the most expensive player. That's not how that works. By that logic, Moses Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez are the best captains in the world. By that logic, Anthony should be captain of Brazil. By that logic, Ousmane Dembele should be captain of France going into this Euros. It You can't put a price tag on someone and then expect them to be a leader, man. It doesn't work that way. I feel United should try to include human aspects in their selection, their scouting criteria. It would be nice, dude. It would be nice. Let's see how the new guys do it. Let's see how the new guys do it. I would really like them to do a background check, though, quite honestly, after all this issues we've been having in the last 2 years. I would really appreciate a background check. I'm sure they do one, but like an extensive one. That is why Pep is the GOAT manager. Can win PL with average play. Bro, listen, man. Raheem Sterling is not an average player, dude. Let's get one thing right. Yes, he's playing horrible in Chelsea, but then everyone is playing horrible in Chelsea. Enzo Fernandez has a World Cup and he's playing horrible in Chelsea. Their best player is Conor Gallagher, who played for Crystal Palace 2 years ago on loan. So, based on that theory, you can't say they're average, dude. You can say that because when it came down to it, they were all part of critical parts of the team. Sterling and Jesus was a critical part of many years of your team. You call them average. I'll tell you what average looks like. Average is the De Silva brothers and Anderson, my friend. That is what we call average. Don't give him credit where it's not due, my friend. He's not turned average players into anything. He spent a lot of money on certain players, and those players were good players from where they bought him from, like i.e. like a John Stones and an Akanji. It's not like he bought crap players and he turned them world class, dude. He's actually bought good players and he just made them better. I don't think a lot of these players were average, no matter wherever they came from. However, what I would give him credit to is bolstering the youth academy to a lot better state. I think that you have to definitely give him credit for. His youth academy talent is, again, not average players because they're doing well in the leagues below of their age group, but I think that's one thing you have to give him credit for. Or whoever's in charge credit for catering to Pep Guardiola's style of playing football and getting them into the main team after a few years. Nathan only KDB's 13 as one year allowed Scott Carson as well. Dude, Scott Carson's 40, isn't he? He got a full 11 of injuries. Yeah. It's not great. It's been rough with the injuries this year. A lot of teams have had a lot of injuries. Brighton, Liverpool. Liverpool didn't have a lot. Spurs had a lot. I mean, no one's had more injuries than us, but this season in particular, a lot of teams have had injuries, man. A lot. Tough. I heard Ad's press yesterday. When press asked him, does Champions League help this club attract top players? Answer, I don't want them if this is the case. Perfect. I love that answer. Just like I don't want people who come here because the money is better. You can tell the people that are playing for a paycheck. Remember that always. You can always tell the people who are paying for a paycheck and the people who aren't. Pep didn't buy Sterling, Pellegrini did. And well, what I'm trying to say is he used him, didn't he? He could have sold him like how he sold Joe Hart. He didn't buy Joe Hart either. He bought Claudio Bravo from Barcelona. He got rid of him the next year, didn't he? He could have sold Sterling. So if he was that average, he would have gone. Trust me, dude. The one thing I will say about Pep, whether I like him or not, if what you say is true, right? Sterling wouldn't have lasted 2 years, dude. I'm telling you. That's just a fact. He wouldn't have lasted 2 years. If he could get rid of Joe Hart, who at that point of time, Joe Hart was the guy, right? For a guy that was second behind Victor Valdez in Barcelona, and then get rid of that guy to get another goalkeeper. Believe me, Sterling wouldn't have lasted very long. So I don't agree with your average player's take, dude. I just don't. But it's your opinion, man. Fair enough. But I'm just saying, I don't think they would have lasted 2 years if he was average. I just don't. If we lose to Forest here, then I'm done. Sell all the players. Villa is losing and we're doing this. Listen, can I tell you something? I know revisionist history is the best history, right? But I'll just give you a funny thing. Swap and Matthew, because you're a Spurs players, right? Fans, right? In the last 2 weeks, or in the last 3 weeks, Spurs and Villa have both dropped points. I think it is the last 2 weeks, not last three. And Manchester United also dropped points. Now, listen, hypotheticals are great and all, but I'm just saying, even if we got the win, right? I'm not saying we'd smash everyone and all that, but if we got that win, we didn't concede these late win goals from Brentford and Chelsea, right? We would have been 6 points closer to both of y'all right now as the table stands, right? So we would be 2 points behind Spurs and 5 points behind Villa. So, if you're frustrated, Matthew, imagine how frustrated I am because we somehow get to the point where we look like we're getting 3 points and then lose and draw. See, it's all in the past. You can't do anything about it. But I hear your frustration. Just imagine how frustrated United fans are, especially in the last 2 weeks where you guys have dropped points. It's extremely frustrating, but you can't do anything about it. You have to just deal with it as it comes. Scancho should be the captain of England. Yeah. He will never because Southgate doesn't rate him. But yes, good point. Because it means he wants to play for Champions League club and not for Tottenham. I want the players to say fine, even if the club doesn't play in the top competition, I'll still play for Spurs. Yeah, that attitude's everything, dude. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. That is why I like Bruno Fernandes, even though people slate him. That is why I like Anthony, even though he's not good at the moment. That is why I kind of tolerated Scott McTominay because I understand, right? They want to be there. They want to be there. They want to be every game. They want to be there if we are playing Stockport Town, or they want to be there if we are playing Bayern Munich. And Lissandro Martinez is another. What's the sad part? I've named all players that are not English of except Scott McTominay. All these players actually want to be here. You can tell by how they play whether it's good or not. They actually want to be here. And most of them don't get paid better than like half of the team. Most of them don't get paid better than half of the team. So intent is really important nowadays, man, because nowadays if you don't, people just complain about how much they get paid, but once you give them their contract, they can't fulfill their end of the bargain by performing. So I completely agree with Ange. Completely. Just like us with Tonali. Eddie Howe was great too. Yeah, injuries. Jesus and Sterling, we sold them in profit. Yeah, listen, man. But what I'm trying to say is they wouldn't have lasted that long, Nitesh. That's what I'm trying to say. They wouldn't have lasted that long if they were average. They wouldn't. I'm telling you right now. Say what you want about Pep. Pep would have gotten rid of them ages ago. Ages ago, dude. You sold them for profit now. Congratulations. Great deal, by the way. Great deals. But as far as average players go, they wouldn't have lasted this long to sell them in profit. So therefore, they can't be average players, dude. Now, are they title winning players? I don't know. Your mileage may vary. Oh, I like this Oscar Bob kid, man. Look at that. Fizzed it across, nobody there. Oof. Two of the players I like watching actually are playing today. Rico Lewis and Oscar Bob. Ah, not the best part. Ooh, he gets there in time though. Very nice. Very nice by Stones. Ooh. Bob needs to be a little more accurate with these passes though, man. Little wild with these passes at the moment. Oh, he's whipping it again. Ooh, cuts back. Oh, he's driving. Cuts one more. Oh, I think he got there in time though. That could have been a penalty. Ooh, that was a nice little trick move there. So close to Mateta. Ooh, Eze wins the ball back. And Bob does he win the foul? I think he may have won the foul there. England captain could be Luke Shaw Johnstones. Newcastle supporters so nice not fighting for relegation and being in the top half of the table. Yeah. It has I can imagine it is a nice feeling. We can all agree on one thing. Pep is the GOAT manager. I'm not gonna agree on that, but y'all are feel free to agree on it. He's only 2 league titles away from equalizing SAF titles in the top 5 league. Listen, you can agree with that, but I will not. Now, suddenly, Son doesn't know how to shoot. Now I understood how City fans felt during first years of Pep. Our first players don't even shoot, man. Listen, it's you just got to give it more time. It is frustrating. You have to get rid of some more players, get some more players in. See what happens. Can be frustrating, but it's a slow process, man. Especially, you know what's the thing is now. The thing is, everyone wants the players that play their style instead of trying to mold players to play their style. So you're gonna have to get rid of players, man. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, right? Like, whatever I think about Ten Hag, whatever you think about Ten Hag, whatever the circumstances are, which there are many complicated ones since he's been here. The one thing I remember being promised was a tactically flexible manager. Ooh, Alvarez did have a space there, did have the angle there, but it went way too wide. Ooh, he has a lot of blood on his elbow there. That was from probably when he rolled into the signboard earlier in the game. Good attempt. Yeah, his whole hand is pretty banged up, actually, to be fair. Um, wait, what was I talking about? Saw the attempt and I got distracted completely. Yeah, I was promised a tactically flexible manager. I have not seen it yet. So that is one growing frustration I have. I have this excuse of these players are not his players, but then again, been promised that he is tactically flexible. So use the players you have to play the way you want to play. Goal kick for Crystal Palace. Good attempt there. Bob tried to get there, but the angle was too extreme. Ball was too far away from that. Look at that pass by De Bruyne. Oh, yeah, not enough spin on the ball there, unfortunately. Good attempt though. That was fun to look at if it worked. Newcastle 4, Fulham 1. Yeah, probably. Although that Muniz kid, or however you say his name, he's doing pretty well, man. Don't sleep on that guy. They might do something today, Jabba. Arias, yeah. Bro, these Napoleon edits are unreal. We draw point against West Ham just because we didn't dare to shoot. Otherwise, we were owning West Ham on midfield, but toying with West Ham. Yeah. Nathan, you kept your stream at 4:30 a.m. So watching you. Apparently, Zakaria, it's not kickoff. Kickoff's at 4 to 4:30. Now, based on the Tata Sky schedule. I hope they're not lying to me because I'll be really fuming. However, because it is a 2-day event, the next day I just won't wake up at that time. So that's the good news. But as far as I saw on this Tata Play schedule, 4 o'clock is 4 o'clock is kickoff to 4:30. So I'm going to assume that they're going to maintain those dates. Hopefully, I bloody hope not. Listen, man, I'm telling you, they've been playing well suddenly. This Muniz kid has been quite a shining light for Fulham. You know, so who knows? Who knows? Something also to keep your eye out for, I guess. Either an Austria painter or Georgian priest. Yeah, I don't understand this question. Why are you asking me this question? Georgian priest. I'll need more context. Sorry about that. You know, it is a famous guy. Guess who's the Georgian priest? Georgian priest. I do like Fulham as a London-based team. I like their old school stadium, dude. Oh, did it hit the post? Oh, Kanji bombing up. You know, it's a famous guy, a very famous guy in Russia. A Georgian priest. I actually don't know. Doing IPL today? No, straight WrestleMania, my friend. Oh, so he died a long time ago. Georgian priest in Russia. Hmm. Georgian priest in Russia. Died a long time. No, it's not ringing a bell. The Austrian painter's biggest enemy, bro. It's RCB and go on RR must. Bro, I really can't. I wish I could, man, but it's going to be too close. It's going to be too close to WrestleMania. I was really looking forward to it, like, but it's just not going to be possible, dude. It's not going to be. I was thinking about it, but don't worry. We already saw RCB lose one. We'll see them lose again, dude. Don't tell me you don't know who's the Austrian painter and his base. I mean, I don't know, dude. Really don't. Lots of famous Austrian painters, are there not? I had a rumor that Manu will have to pay 69 million for MI. Not good. For MI? What does that mean? Well, who's the famous one who got rejected from art school? I don't have a fucking clue, dude. I don't know history that in depth. You're going to have to just tell me this answer, otherwise you're going to just be typing way more. Oh, famous German leader. Which one? There's plenty. Archduke Ferdinand. Are you talking about Archduke Ferdinand? Is Olise fit and playing? No. Eze, Mateta, and Ayu are playing up front. I don't know why we are interested in Olise, man. Seems like he's played less. There's been more games than he has played this season. I don't understand how is this going to benefit us. Last thing we need is another right winger that doesn't show up to play football. Quite honestly. Actually, 1930s. Are you talking about a certain Adolf or Erdolf or just Dolph? I don't know what his friends called him, if he had any. Yo, Jordan, are you just getting battered? Just getting absolutely battered. Josco Guardiola, good job, bud. There you go. Yellow card. Best left back in the league. Some people will tell you. Best left back in the league. Yeah, you hit his shoulder on his back, dude. Foul. Josco. Shaking his head. He's like, I use my shoulder. Yeah, you use his shoulder on his back from behind him. Foul. Yes, so who is his biggest enemy? Did he have the biggest I thought he just didn't like the Americans. Did he have a big enemy? From Russia? Georgian, sorry. Why can't I think of anybody from Georgia at the moment? I mean, I can think of people from Georgia, they're just not born in the 30s or even in that century, actually. Anyway, close to that year at least. Who was his worst enemy? Georgian priest. Joseph Stalin was Georgian? No. Stalini was Georgian? What's his name? Joseph Rosario. No, what? No, that not wasn't. Isn't it Rosario Rosariovich or something? He has a crazy middle name. I remembered it and now I've forgotten. He was a priest? A former premier. God, I thought I read. Oh, he is born in Georgia. Gory. Wow, that's ironic. It's ironic that he's born in a place called Gory. Let's swiftly move. A Vissarionovich. I said Rosarionovich, didn't I? Vissarionovich. Close enough. Actually, a priest? How can he even possibly be a priest after what he's done? Rough. Rough. Halftime. Biggest rivalry. Biggest rivalry or mass murderers, maybe. On Joseph Bessarionis de Jugashvili. Now he sounds Georgian. Changed his bloody name? No wonder I would have never guessed that. Jugashvili sounds very Georgian. When was he born? When was he born? Oh, they don't know when he was born. Oh, he's born in 1878. Cerebral hemorrhage, allegedly. Yo, some of these people's life stories are so depressing, man. Joseph Stalin's oldest child tried to off himself twice and then got married twice after that. It's really depressing. Really depressing. Oh wow, he died at can't say that word here. That's anyway, that's rough. A wise leader? Don't know if I'd go that far, my friend. If you're a priest and you do all these things, you're probably more of a animal than we think. I don't know any priest should be able to do the things he did, dude. Just being honest. People aren't, you know what I've realized? These people aren't afraid to get married. That's what I've realized. People are not afraid to get married at all. God bless them. They get divorced so many times. It's actually crazy. Oh, it's all depressing. Can't read. I don't even know why I bothered to dive into that. That was really depressing. Salazar got killed in front of his own eyes. Imagine the pain here. Yeah, bro. That doesn't mean you kill millions of people that way too. That's weird. You know how many people he made forced to starve, dude. That it doesn't really right his wrong, dude. Unfortunately, both these guys are hardcore Christians. Are they really? Are they really? Are they? Are they really hardcore? Well, Nathan Idol is George Bush. Incorrect. My idol is actually. Well, I don't have an idol, dude. I've learned a long time ago, thanks to football, that you shouldn't have one. There are people I like though. Idol, I wouldn't go as fast to say idol anymore. Bro, I've really learned a lot between this Ronaldo and Messi thing. I've learned a lot, and I'm so glad I never got sucked into it at any point of time in my own childhood. I'm just happy. I'm just happy to be a Manchester United fan, and every player that played for me, I was very happy to watch. Because the way people fight nowadays, my God, I have no interest in being a part of it. A lot of it is very depressing. Jenna Ortega's brother did what? What? I don't know what he did. I don't know if she had a brother. Obama's the GOAT. No more debates. GOAT of what though? That's the thing. What is he the GOAT of? It's very interesting, Donny. But what's he the GOAT of? Why are we giving GOAT status to random people? What's he done? What's he done for me lately? As the kids like to say. It's talking about Stefan Ortega. Did you guys watch Wednesday by any chance? The best American president in the last 20 years. Yeah, but I don't know what to tell you, dude. The bar wasn't very high based on that. Bar's not very high at all, is it? Based on that metric. Sure, you all didn't hear all that. Can't believe Haaland missed that shot. I don't know what Lerma was trying to do there. He was trying to cross body him from the back. He did hit the bar. I thought he hit the bar. Look at this. He could have laid it off. Oh, are you? Are you could have laid it off. Terrible decision making, man. Genuinely terrible decision making. Imagine the scenes if Ronaldo runs for presidency in Portugal. I don't think, I genuinely don't think he's fit enough to be. I don't think he's even regular. I don't think that would be a good idea. I really don't think that's a good idea. Though you never know. Next game's at 7:30, right? Portugal history is very underrated. I don't think it's underrated. I just don't think it's as big as other places, if that makes sense. Which, in many respects, could be a good thing. So, you know, Guys colonized South America and South India and North Africa, but still not a lot in general, right? And South Africa, they didn't colonize. They colonized Portugal, dude. One place. They colonized. They got gifted Goa by the English. I think they had dominant due something else. I think uh, North Africa, as far as I know, is only Angola. So don't think that's a lot. You will immediately start for Ange Ball. Wait, who will start? Oh, okay. You're talking about Stefan Ortega. Okay. Second half's going to start anytime now. Do you remember when people could take off their shirt after celebrating a really, really good goal and not get a yellow card for it? That would have it would have been nice to go back to that time. Just thinking about that means pressing monster. Mm-hmm. On both left and right, creatively, technically beautiful, and most importantly, Leipzig players. Talking about Olmo. Okay, okay. But why do you want Danny Olmo though? I mean, I think you'll have a lot of attackers. Sure, a lot of them not so great, but don't you think it would be better to get another centre back? Like when Van der Ven's not there, it's so different, man. I don't know. For some reason, I feel like a centre back would might be required. I would love it. Verda and Brennan are creatively, yeah, but what? But you have to still get rid of them, right? You can't just, you know what I mean? You can't just buy new attackers, right? You have to get rid of the old ones as well. You just got Brennan Johnson. Timo Werner will go back on loan. I know numbers are very good in assists, but they don't make the numbers fool you. No, I don't. I don't think it's about numbers. I think it's about number of people. I would say you kind of have to get rid of some to get some in. Nah? Otherwise, FFP and all that. Here we go. They're warming up outside. They're getting ready to go on. Yeah. Thanks. Oh wow, he's hooked off Josco Guardiola. And said we haven't planned about this. I don't know, but Werner might not be bought. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be bought either, actually, to be fair. Josco Guardiola has been subbed off. I would say I'm surprised, but I'm not. Best left back in the league. Look at him stumbling with his hoodie on. We're about to have kickoff. Here we go. Yeah. Instead, we might go for Olmo. Brennan can do what Werner doesn't have. Don't get it though, but you bought him for big money. Think about it from an FFP point of view. Now you bought him for big money and not using him and also not selling him. Plus, you're buying Danny Olmo, Cole, Rico Lewis. And that's why I was hoping Rico Lewis would play more. He loves Palace. I don't know why he didn't get more game time this season, but this is only something Man City can do. A little Philip Lahm, as Pep said, yeah, but he should play more, Nitesh. Kyle Walker's injured, that's why we are playing him. But it doesn't matter, dude. He should have played more because you guys rotate everybody all the time. I'm very surprised he didn't get to play more this season. He's actually one of the players I like to watch. Someone told me that apparently they had a falling out or some attitude issues, but like you've already let go of Cole Palmer, and I know a lot of City fans will say, yeah, he didn't gel well, this, that, and all. But at the same time, I don't know. Oh, they're all cheering Rico there. Should it be another Cole Palmer situation where Rico Lewis goes somewhere and really plays well? That's all. Bro, there's a process that Pep follows to promote youngsters. You have seen it in Ford, and we don't fast track. Dude, how's it fast track players? If anything, you all played Rico Lewis more last season. I don't agree at all. You actually played Rico Lewis way more last season. In fact, if you're going to say that, then you're doing the reverse to Rico Lewis. And if I'm not mistaken, Pep didn't want Cole Palmer to go. Cole Palmer is shining. Yeah, okay, Chelsea is crap, but he's shining. He's doing his job, dude. Like this, like this, you can lose players, dude. We did it with Pogba ages ago because he didn't want to sign a. He wanted way more for a youth player, and Sir Alex wasn't willing to give him. Many years later, we bought him back. Okay, it didn't work out and all, but I'm just saying, like sometimes you can wrong decisions are made, man. They are. You have to just accept it. Like I don't know how is it a fast track when he played more games last season than he did this season. Just wait, his turn will come. Listen, man, if his turn doesn't come, he will leave. That's just how it's going to be. He's just going to leave, like Cole Palmer. That's it. That's what it gets to a point where people want to play football when they're young, dude. They don't want to just sit on the bench. So let's see what happens. How many more years does Kyle Walker have? He's not getting young and either. So let's see. So if you're talking about Brennan's impact on FP, he signed for 5 years. He bought for 50 million, so 10 million a year. Yeah, but the fact that you don't, if you're not going to use him, he's a young player, right? If you're not going to use him, he still becomes a waste, doesn't he? You're still giving him a wage as well, aren't you? Nathan, but Pep assured Palmer his minutes at the starting of the season. He told him since Maris is going, he will surely get more minutes, but wanted out. I don't know. He himself, yeah, he didn't want minutes, dude. He wanted to start. That's what I'm trying to tell you, Nitesh. The same thing happened with Pogba. Pogba didn't want to be a sub on X amount of money. He wanted to be a starter somewhere else with more money. That's why he left as a youth. Same thing Sancho did. Sancho wanted to back himself, so he went to Dortmund. They don't want minutes. They want to play, dude. They want to back themselves to play. So it's very simple what happened. He wanted to start. Chelsea assured him that he's going to start. So clearly, I mean, they are not very good at the moment. So wouldn't be difficult to start in that team. But yeah, they didn't assure him minutes. They assured him starts. And sometimes young players want to play football too. They don't want to sit on the bench. I can understand it. Might not possess skills or tackles, but he's a walking menace of a super sub. Brennan won his contest game thanks to his goal contribution last 30 minutes. Dude, Nathan, the big goal temple in Israel. Did you have gone? Dude, I've never left India, so no. You're using him really well, to be honest. Yeah, but the question is, does he want to be used that way? Swap. He goes from being a key player at Nottingham Forest to playing minutes at Spurs. See, y'all, like Nitesh said earlier about minutes, y'all look at it as getting a chance. Some people want to have their idea of a version of chance is very different than our idea of a version of a chance. Assuring minutes is great and all, but minutes is not games. People want to play games. You can't get your form in 20 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 12 minutes. Sometimes you don't even get subbed on. You want actual opportunities to play football. So Brennan Johnson goes from playing as a teenager, playing starting football, being very key to promotion, to now getting minutes. One season, one season it might work. 2 seasons it might work. But how long is it going to work? Because it's not going to work permanently. That's the problem. Big question, which is the greatest country of all time? I don't know, dude. I don't know. Who cares? Who cares? Genuinely. Every country has terrible faults, terrible deficiencies. Nice little move there by SA. Trying to weave himself out of traffic there. Too many people are double teaming him, unfortunately. Grealish lays it off. De Bruyne. Cross comes in. Straight to Bob. Stones. Back to Bob. Nathan B. Levine, go and enjoy them coconut water. I'm drinking electrolytes at the moment. Coconut water is not bad though. De Bruyne. Good attempt. Half an hour left. City well in control over this game at the moment. Trying to clamp up on City at the moment. Mitchell with the clearance. Oh, headed back straight. Mateta. Oh my god, there's five City players. Great Palace scored, now trailing. Yep. 2 minutes into the second half. Rico Lewis scored. Mateta's getting a yellow card. Schlapp's warming up. You stand up, Rodri. We can't do it without you. Stand up for a comeback. I mean, I never heard any bad stuff about Johnson being unhappy for minutes, and to be honest, he doesn't have qualities for being a key player stuff. Maybe next 4 years, but that's what I'm saying, right? I'm not saying there's any bad stuff about him, Swap. What I am saying is, as a person, as an individual, you sit on the bench, right? You go from key player to Nottingham Forest, you get the promotion, you do well in the first season, you get the big move to Spurs, and then you're sitting on the bench. What I'm trying to say is if you think about it for a second, right? Just for a moment, it's been 20 something years. Forest has come back, two-time European champion, back in the top division of football. He's a key player for that team. Key player in the first season they got back as well, along with Avoni and whoever else you'd like to name, Yates and stuff. What I'm trying to say is that anybody worth their salt as a youngster that wants to play football, right? A youngster, not someone who's 32, 33, dying down his career, he's going downwards in the Premier League or the league table in terms of teams. I'm talking about someone who is technically on the uprise, right? He's going to sit one time. Maybe he sits one more year on the bench. But if he's going to do only bench roles, even if he keeps scoring and assisting off the bench and getting points for Spurs, while that will make the fans happy, that will make the coach happy, that will make his teammates happy, he might not necessarily be happy doing that long term. So you got one season under the belt almost now. I think if this continues next season, I think you'll sell Brennan Johnson, and I don't think you'll sell Brennan Johnson for a profit because by using him as a substitute, you're going to lose market value on him because he doesn't play much. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he's complaining. I'm sure there is no such reading. I'm just saying as any young player would, especially one that goes from a crucial player of the team's success to a minutes player in another team in varied success, right? Sometimes he doesn't play at all. Sometimes he has horrible games when he plays. So I'm saying to go from that to someone on the bench, it can be difficult, man. I don't think it'll last too long. I think maybe one more year he'll do it, and then after that, who knows? Haaland scored. Is he offside? Is he offside? It looks like he got jacked up there with that goal. With Johnson, Brennan Johnson from Spurs. I mean, to be fair, he's not celebrating because I don't know if he thinks he's off or not. He's kind of not celebrating right now. He's offside. De Bruyne with the goal and an assist. Currently, the way he's playing, he will get starts. Yeah, but I guess time will tell, man. I guess time will tell. But then again, like I said, if he gets Danny Olmo, is he going to get starts? That's the thing, right? Then what do you do with Kulusevski? Kulusevski going to be unhappy. He's not getting game time. It's such a difficult thing to manage, man. Y'all, y'all do have bunch of attackers. Yeah, some of them aren't good, but you still have the numbers, a decent number of attackers. It's like be difficult to juggle. Maybe it's not a problem for this season though. It could be a problem for the next season. That's the only good news. You won't have to worry about it this season. KDB is the greatest midfielder. And against Villa he starts, but he's starting because Kulu has been performing trash. Exactly. I feel like if you're going to buy attackers, you're going to have to sell attackers. Swap. I really think so. And since Werner's not been bought for y'all, if y'all are going to get rid of him, and Kulu's not playing well, Richarlison's playing iffy, like you're going to have to sell players. Question is which players are going to go. Ooh, Bruyne skips past one. Is it off? What a goal. The goal for De Bruyne. Turned out to be a tight game, has turned out to be a bludgeoning in the second half. Yeah, I did WrestleMania 40, night one and two watch. I am. Yep. In my opinion, you shouldn't sell them. Ange balls high intensity football, which means you're prone to injuries. But that's what I'm trying to say, right? Swap, I agree with you. But the players must want to stay, na? That's the real main thing. I agree with you completely. You need depth for everything. But actually, Liverpool might not be the best example, Swap. You know why? After they've been injured so much, they are using the kids from the academy. Now, if your academy kids aren't that good, then you're in real trouble. Like that academy game where they beat they beat Chelsea, right? Using like what, seven academy players, uh, whatever, six academy players or whatever. Like a couple of them still go to school. They have a Carabao Cup medal in their name. You know, if your youth academy is not that good, then you're in real trouble. Liverpool's not the best example for that swap, but I do agree with you. You do need depth for sure, because it's important. But the thing, two important factors. One is those players must be willing to sit on the bench. Depending on their age, they might not be willing to sit on the bench. Now, one thing I've realized over the years of watching football, if you pay someone well enough, they won't mind sitting on the bench. So if you're paying Brennan Johnson really well, where he doesn't mind sitting on the bench, that is a good thing. But most players, especially when they're younger, they are not necessarily willing to. Glasner looks deflated. Growth stage of his career, asked Nathan. Yeah, dude, he was a midfielder. He used to play 4-4-2. He was a right mid. Not a the winger thing is a new thing. He used to play 4-4-2. Even when Ronaldo was here, first time. Nathan, is the tag team titles getting separated? The stipulation says it needs to be retrieved separately. No, I don't think they're getting separated. Just separately means, I guess, you have to take down both belts for it to count. I guess I assume that's what it means. Oh, he passes it back. Haaland squares it. Cleared. Academic players good, I guess. If so, we wouldn't be top table. No, but the thing is, are they good enough to play an actual game of football, dude? Like how Liverpool players played in the cup final. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying your players are bad. I'm saying, are they? Can you out of the blue put them in a game that is that high intensity? Like Chelsea is not good. I get it, but when you put 16-year-olds that still have school against Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez and whoever, and still win the Carabao Cup, even if you don't rate Chelsea, that's still a big deal, because those kids have not played any senior caps of football. That's what I mean by, are they good enough to play big man football? Like PL2 is different. All those guys must be balling in PL2, but Jurgen Klopp used them to play in an actual game, like a senior game. So if your players get injured and Ange picks out youth players to play in their position, then fantastic. Then fantastic, because then you have a rotation of players that also will not necessarily expect to start because they're so young. So that's always good. It was LM, not CM. Dude, he was a right mid. Left mid was Giggs and Nani. He was a right mid. During his time in Italy, wasn't better than this version of KDB. Was great when he shifted to wings. Yeah, wings was a lot afterwards. For that, it might take time, minimum 4 years. That's what I'm saying, dude. These players are playing right away. No senior experience. The style of football in Liverpool is developed such that he takes a bunch of PL2 players, and they can actually win a cup match against Chelsea. That's what I'm saying. I'll put it out. Game's 15 minutes left. Yeah. Leave that out on here. Minimum 4 years. 4 years is a long time, man. 4 years is a long time. Because this year only academy players started playing Ange ball, yeah. 4 years is a long time. Also, will Ange be here 4 years later? That's the other thing, isn't it? Unfortunately. Don't know where that's going to happen or not either. Oh. Cut back. Kovacic. Good steal. A little bit of a hodgepodge there. Rico Lewis almost with a hospital pass, but they control it again. 15 minutes left. How many more goals can City score? And just sign for 4 years. Yeah, but you know that doesn't mean anything, right? Swap. Louis Van Gaal was signed for 5 years. He went after two. David Moyes was signed for 7 years. He went after 6 months. We were paying David Moyes his fees still while Mourinho was here. Think about that for a second. Think about that for a second. Because we sacked David Moyes, he was getting paid until Mourinho almost left. That's how long he was getting paid till. People get sacked, people buy managers. It doesn't matter what contract you signed. That's the thing. If they compensate Spurs well enough, they will get rid of their manager. They will. That's the thing. Contracts are just there to protect certain interests of both parties, man. When one of them doesn't want to honor it anymore, it gets nullified somehow. Nathan KDB scores Lampard, Slippy G in that order. No, no. Mm-mm. Oh, wait. Uh, I'd say Scholes, KDB, Lampard, Slippy G. Actually, yeah, no, I'd say that order. Yeah. Which Poch had and Ange has. Levy wants managers who play good football and who doesn't ask for big money. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, someone's just gonna come with big money and take them. That's what I'm saying. Listen, all these manager contracts, player contracts, everything can be broken if you pay enough, dude. Oh, by the way, Swap, since we're talking about this, right? I just found out today, I don't know where I read it, but I read it. That 20 million that we wanted, suppose that Newcastle supposedly wanted for Ashworth, otherwise he has to wait till January for gardening leave. Guess what? Today it's been brought down to 10 million. See what I'm saying? I'm saying even the contracts which they break and they have to do gardening leave, right? They have to, it's like a, what is it called? It's like a non-compete clause in America. You can't go to anybody in the same league for a certain time. So he was going to have to wait till January to be free from his contractual obligation of the compete clause. It's called gardening leave abroad in England. It was 20 million, or he's got to do gardening leave, right? In a matter of a month, it's already gone down to 10 million. Now, I don't know if you're going to pay the 10 million or not, but it just goes to show you like all these contracts people sign. And here's the best part, they stole him from Brighton. He had a contract with Brighton. They paid Brighton off and they got him because they paid Brighton good money. So we are trying to do the same thing. Like these people sign contracts, dude, but they're not protected by it. They can leave, they can get sacked, they can come to terms with the person willing to pay for their services. Like it's not set in stone, man. They could be gone. That's the interesting thing. Gerrard has to be last. You can't be the greatest PL midfielder with any PL title. No. Yeah, but it's also a longevity thing, right, dude? He's played 750 games. I mean, I get it. I get it. I get it. I understand, but longevity also has to count for something, man. I mean, these people. Kevin De Bruyne has what? Does he even have 10 years under Man City? We're talking about Steven Gerrard has 17 years in Liverpool, dude. Like Lampard's had 12 or 13. Scholes has played since he was 5. Like, it's not Gerrard's fault. I mean, it's not De Bruyne's fault he didn't grow up in Manchester City, but I'm just saying, like, longevity has to count for something, man. It has to. It just, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that order is correct. I don't know. Maybe my order, maybe your order is correct. Slippy G probably is last, but I don't know, man. It's difficult to be that long in the game for one team. Oh, 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 what are Man City doing? Seriously. Edward fumbled it there. I don't know what the hell Ruben Diaz was doing there. Trying to be too cheeky, man. This is the thing. This is the stupidity. They're clearly winning 4-1. He took so long. He should have just hit it on his left. Should have let it go onto his left and hit it. He had so much space too. Ruben Diaz recovered even on top of that. This is what you think you have time in the box, man. You don't have time in the box. You gotta be clinical. Ooh, lovely back pass there. De Bruyne is really feeling himself today, man. He's doing real well. Nathan, there's a rumor people thinking about introducing luxury tax like NBA, NFL instead of point deduction. Nitesh, I'll tell you what. After Man City get punished for whatever their crimes are, if they're guilty, I I, I will. I actually know what I don't like it at all. I'm not going to lie. It's not because Man City is not punished yet. I don't like it at all, and partly I don't like it is because Everton and Nottingham Forest have already paid the price. And I think the fact that City's thing is just not being done with yet, I find it very shady. I'll be very frank with you. Whether they are innocent or not, I find it very shady that they're taking this long to solve this issue. And now apparently there will be no point deduction, which I find very convenient. So people will just voluntarily break the rule every time. It makes no sense to me, Nitish. That's just my opinion. Maybe people will disagree with me, but I definitely don't think it's fair to Everton and Nottingham Forest. I definitely don't think it's fair to them. I mean, it's possible, but we're talking about Sir Daniel Levy. Daniel Levy leaving last for £2 trillion. Gareth Barry played 800 games. That is true. Milner played more than so, yeah, but Milner and Gareth Barry did not play for one team that many games, dude. I'm telling you, he played for one team. I'm not talking about longevity as in career. Peter Shilton has played 2,000 games or whatever that number is. There's some guy, some goalkeeper who's like played for like ages, dude, ages. He's played way more than Maldini and Giggs and everyone. I'm talking about longevity in one team, dude. Milner's played in 12 teams or something like that, man. How are you even comparing Milner, really? I mean, respect to Milner, dude, but he's played like in 19 teams. I'm talking about career longevity in one place, dude. Some of these people played in relegation clubs. You can't, it's not the same thing, dude. Okay, Liverpool wasn't as good when Steven Gerrard was there. They still won European Cups, dude. They still won FA Cups. It's not like they were 19th in the league. You can't compare Gareth Barry and James Milner to that, dude. Towards the end of their career, they had like a stability in teams. Olise is coming on. Just try not to get injured today, Olise. God, what a hazard is this gentleman. Means PL want to milk or NFL revenues fines better than points. Yeah, exactly, dude. Then it'll just be a deliberate breaking of the rules. It's pointless. And also, it's genuinely greatly unfair to the other Premier League teams who are working on a budget. Like, you have to punish the people who aren't willing to follow financial terms. That's my opinion. Like whoever it is, United, Chelsea, whoever, man, whatever the team is. And also, I really genuinely think it's unfair to Everton and Nottingham Forest. Yeah, you can't come to terms like this without punishing everyone first, man. You know, it looks very shady. Honestly, that's what I'm saying. Nathan Henry played only 8 years in PL, but people regard him greatest player of players. I think Thierry Henry is the greatest. A lot of people consider him to be the greatest overseas player. But dude, in 8 years, I mean, that Arsenal team was really good as well, man. Everyone has a choice, dude. But then even Thierry Henry, like I think his Arsenal stint was the longest of his career. Even he bounced everywhere. He went New York Red Bulls, Barcelona. He started in Monaco, didn't he? Like he also went everywhere. Take out KDB, Rodri, Haaland. We have RM to play next. Real Madrid to play next. Yeah, why is he keeping KDB on the pitch? I've already seen him fall on the floor once, too. I've seen Grealish also fall. I'm surprised he's playing him on the pitch still. Nidesh, yes, as a pure mid, KDB is better. Although Gareth Bale and Milner has played to show PLs to show unlike Steven. Yeah, but based on that. CNG has a Champions League which they'll never win. Oh, goal! Edward is making up for the terrible sitter he missed 5 minutes ago. Yeah, this game becomes somewhat interesting. Too late, honestly. Too late, honestly. But how do you spell his name? Edward? I'll go with that spelling. Probably wrong. What's on Edward? 5 minutes to go. Can they make it interesting? I don't think so. A club has no problem. We do generate NFL revenue. Thank you, Blood Alien. Called Alien for the stadium plan masterclass. Milner's a UCL as well. Ah, yes, under Liverpool. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's correct. Yeah, it does. True. Bro, it's no doubt that Danny Levy is a top class businessman. To think 8 years above from 2016, that's crazy. It's a good businessman, dude, but he is a good businessman, but you have to really wonder, like, have you been, because of the good business, have you fallen down the league table because you weren't allowed to spend as much as you could? The way, extend yourself the way City, United, Chelsea extend themselves, because that can affect the team scope as well, man. If that makes sense. It's good that it's all done above board. It's good that it's a very profitable game. All these things are very good. There's no doubt about it. But I will say that the other teams that have good business or at least do well revenue wise, they really extend themselves a lot in terms of spending on their players, on the players they get every year. I sometimes feel Tottenham might have missed out on that. You know, especially that year where you almost could have won the league when Leicester won it and almost won the Champions League. I feel like, especially after the Champions League finally, I feel like you all should have really bolstered your team, man. Make another push, for another year of success. But sometimes I wonder, good business has its own price to pay. Funny enough. Not a good football brain. Yeah, I mean, you can hire people for that, though. No, that's the best part. But you must want to hire people for that. If you're not willing to hire people for that, then you miss out. 2 goals, 1 assist today by De Bruyne. I know, but some sacrifices were made. If the stadium wasn't built, we might be playing championship. Yeah, but the question is, how much more sacrificing are you willing to do now? Right? In particular, let's just say we miss out on Champions League. You guys, oh, that was a close one. That was going to go in for sure from that angle as well. Great cross there by Olise. 100% if he could get that was going in. It was so close to the goalkeeper as well. Like, how long are you willing to do it? Because there has to be especially this season where if you all do make Champions League, and I don't think we're going to make it anymore, man. I do think the top five are going to go through as is now. And barring some crazy miracle that happens in the next 8 games, I think this is what it's going to be like. Bernardo Silva coming for a jog. Um, I'm curious to see how much he backs Ange, dude. There's no excuse this season. He's going to get extra revenue from the Champions League as well. I'm very, excuse me, curious to see how much money is going to go back in this year. Stadium's built. Y'all are profitable. Y'all are in Champions League again this season. There should be no excuses in terms of having to spend money. So I'm going to see what's happening now. Do agree. That's why I don't like Levy for this mid-table mentality. We're only doing good because Paratici created a foundation of recruitment and UR Lang is taking those things forward. Well, let's see now. Let's see what happens. That extra revenue will come in handy even for a tight pocket man like Levy. And Crystal Palace score one more. Corner. 7 more minutes. Can they make it interesting towards the end? Suddenly, Crystal Palace have picked up a little bit, but it's obviously too little, too late now. Barring something that would be extremely exciting. I agree, I'm excited, but Levy's backing history is terrible. Olise with a cross. Ooh, that was a good cross, by the way. Just past the Crystal Palace players' heads over there. Took a big leap. Ooh, nice juke. Shoots. Oh, here we go. De Bruyne for a hat trick. Oh, good tackle there. Good tackle there by Anderson. I'm talking about revenues. Levy officially announced that we are looking for a minority investment. Yeah, I think you told me that the other day. Not quite sure what you require a minority investment for at this point of time. But I suppose all money is good money at this point of time in the season. So, sorry, at this point of time, just before going into a new season. So, could be great. But when he says minority, how much is he? How much? What is the percentage he's talking about? Anything could be a minority. It's very vague when someone goes minority investment. Bob and Grealish on the corner. What are they doing? Are they going to waste time? They're 2 goals up. Not sure what the point of that was, but okay. End of a waste of a corner. 2 goals up. But then again, we made the opposite mistake the other day and we paid for it. So maybe it was a good idea what they just did. Throw in. 4 minutes left. Excuse me. 2 minutes left. They're wasting time. I know exactly. I don't understand. Oh, that was a nasty foul there. Nasty foul. They're getting nasty now. I suppose what else can they do at this point of time? Game's already over. It's in another minute now. They've wasted 2 minutes there. Oh, here we go. Grealish through. Grealish through. There's a slip. Oh, Grealish. Very greedy by Grealish there. And for the life of me, I can't understand why these people can't hit it on target. Look how close to the goal he was. Oh, terrible. Terrible, terrible. Go full time. Jack Grealish, what a shot. All right, guys, I'm off. I will see you for the next stream, and the next stream is very simply going to be tomorrow 4:30 for WrestleMania. So have a good weekend. Enjoy the rest of the games. I am gonna watch them quietly and then go to bed. Take care. I'll see you tomorrow for WrestleMania if you're free. Until then, I'll catch you guys later. Good night and enjoy the rest of your weekend.